Today, I'm with Dane, and we're at Zim's Guitars. Interesting story. He used to be a customer of mine when I had a store, and now he has a store, and I'm a customer of his. So
it's crazy how that world works like that.
It's the circle. Why are we here today? Well, we're going to do something different. So I had this idea. So Dane's shop is a small guitar shop that focuses on used gear, and a lot of it more affordable used gear, for sure.
That's right. A lot of $300 guitars.
What we're going to do is we're going to pick a customer. Or Dane's going to pick a customer, right?
Okay.
So it could be the next customer, it could be 5 customers from now, it could be young, it could be old, doesn't matter. But somebody who's about to buy affordable guitar, right?
Okay.
One of the used guitars, we won't know which guitar, we won't know anything, right?
Okay.
And what I've decided to do, and Dane's willing to do it with me, is when they buy the guitar, Dane's gonna say, hey look, if you're interested, Phil's willing to come get your guitar, and basically we're gonna sharpen it. We're gonna just, it's kind of like punked, but it's the opposite of getting a prank put on you. Dane's ready, so when somebody comes in and gets a guitar, if you think it's the right candidate.
Some lucky kid, man. I'm gonna pick a kid.
Yeah, see, a kid's even better.
I'm gonna pick somebody
lucky. That kid that's like, this is all I got. He's counting his pennies to get the tax.
Right,
and
doing trade-ins and whatever he's got to do to get that guitar.
And then basically, like anything else, I'll figure out what to do it, and we'll just do it. Got a text message from Dane. He's picked somebody and they were willing to do it. So apparently the kid, he bought some kind of Dean guitar. I don't know much about it. I just got the text. I didn't really read it. So he actually got a really cool guitar. So here's what we have going on here. Here's a Dean ML. Obviously, a lot of you are familiar with it if you're into Dimebag Darrell. This one's a nice one. It's made in Korea. It's got Grover tuning keys, gold plated. This one has been upgraded with a Dimebucker. So it's got the Seymour Duncan Dimebucker, but this is not a real Seymour Duncan pickup in the neck. This is the original, import version neck. The switch is kind of junky, the knobs are kind of junky, and the input jack is probably junky as well. So what are we going to do this guitar? Well, this is going to be an easy one. Here's why. This guitar actually just looks like it recently had a new nut put on it. And the nut looks great. And the action's a little high, but we can fix that. Doesn't really need a whole lot of work. The frets look great. This is going to be an electronics job. So what am I going to do to it? Well, we're going to replace these 2 volume knobs and tone knob and put some higher quality potentiometers in there. Put a new output jack on the guitar, and we're going to replace this neck pickup and put in a new 3-way switch. The other thing we're going to upgrade for him is some strap locks. He's got a strap on here that looks like it's about to come off any minute, so we'll put some good strap locks on there. That way the guitar will stay where it needs to, which is with him instead of on the floor. So this is going to be mostly electronics. We'll knock it out. This is going to be an easy Sharpen My Axe, but kind of fun. I hope he enjoys the guitar, so let's get into it. So one thing that's interesting is, obviously this is not very good. This is the original pickup from the neck. You can see this is the Seymour Duncan. So it's put together pretty crappy. So we're gonna take all this junk out and start from scratch. So one thing everybody likes to do is use a string, and you can wrap a string around the bottom of a knob and pull the plastic knob or metal knob off if it's compression fit. I use the ESP wrench, this thing. Absolutely love it. It slides right under here, like so. It doesn't seem to damage anything at all because it's really smooth. I've never damaged a single guitar. I've seen very few situations where this did not work underneath the knob. However, what you can do is use the string technique to get the knob lifted up a little bit and then just get this underneath. These knobs and thin ones, bell-shaped Gibson style knobs, really can crack easily, and that's why I like this. I find the strings can chip this piece right here. A lot of you have seen that. This thing, the way it works, it's right underneath there, and it uses kind of like leverage, like so. And like I said, it's smooth. If you're that freaked out, maybe you could put a thin cloth or something underneath it. Again, I've never seen an issue. It's just because they highly polish this, and it seems to work really, really well. I like this. Then what's great is after you do that, then you can use it to loosen the nuts. And in this case, we're taking all this out, so it don't matter. There you go. Okay, so these are basically inexpensive little pots, and we're going to verify that they're 500K. They are 500K. It's very hard to see right there, but it is right there. So we're going to replace them with 500K pots. You have a tone pot right here, and then 2 volume pots, and then each pickup is wired to that. You could take your phone right now, snap a picture, and then make sure that you know what you're looking at. But in this case, like I said, we're going to gut everything and start from scratch. So in this case, what I want to do is instead, because I'm not dealing with a lot of wire here, I'm going to go ahead and just strip the outer side. So we're going to take that off, remove the insulating foil. Now, if this is a new pickup, we wouldn't worry about this, but I really, see, this is how they soldered this together. So these will go together. The black will be the hot, and these, see how they did that? And we're going to go ahead and just clean this up a little bit. Let's go ahead and take this one off. And what we'll do is line this up a little better. There you go. Let's go ahead and solder that. And what I'm going to do is fold this back under on top of itself like so. And we're going to heat shrink that. This is the heat shrink. And we're going to do it like that. Okay. And voila, a little cleaner. Now, sometimes when you're trying to feed a pickup through all this kind of routing, and these are the wires exposed, it's a really pain in the butt. So one thing I've learned to do is I go ahead and I heat shrink them, believe it or not. I've learned that it really works for me. So what I'll do is I'll use a heat shrink that I think will fit it. So in this case, I'll do something like this, okay? And it sounds like it's harder work, but it's actually not. This will feed through quickly and not give us the aggravation of trying to make this work. Go something like so. Okay. And let's go ahead and feed this pickup through. And you can see how easy that went right through there, right? No fuss, no muss, as they say. Okay, well, she's all done, and this one was more of a time crunch issue. We wanted to make sure the guitar got back to Jake as soon as possible, so I'm going to go to the store, explain what I did, and see his reaction. But first, before we go, let's give you a sound sample of the old pickup and the new pickup and that neck position, just to give you a reference of what it sounds like. All right, so let's get this guitar to him and see what he thinks.
All right, guys, here we are. This is Jake.
How's it going, guys? But damn.
So Philip McKnight, Sharpen My Axe videos. This is the lucky winner. So here it is. He's got a Dean ML. Phil, tell us what you did to this thing.
Okay. So on this guitar, he already had really nice stuff. It's made in Korea. He had Grover 18-1 tuning keys on it. There's really not a whole lot to upgrade there. So what I did was, since he had already upgraded his pickup to the Dimebucker, I took out the original neck pickup, which was junk. It was horrible. It sounded muddy. And I put a GS pickup in there, which are made in Atlanta, Georgia. And it's like more of a PAF style pickup. Gives it that sweeter, kind of fatter neck tone.
Mm-hmm.
Replaced all his pots. He had the junky pots. I put alpha pots in there just because he had linear ones, and I put in CTS. So just improvement. They feel a little better. They roll a little better.
Nice.
Took out his output jack, and I put a pure tone in there just because the weight of the jack on this is putting pressure there. So with the pure tone, it's better. Polished frets, oiled the fretboard, lowered the action, made it play a little nicer. And of course, he had a bone nut already installed, so there was no reason to change the nut out. So it's pretty good. Oh, and strap locks. Because his strap's kind of worn, kind of freaked me out, so I replaced them with some Schaller strap locks. So
very nice.
So that way he won't drop the guitar.
Very nice.
Dude, this thing's amazing.